David, come up. Just have a sit down. Now you're smoking.
A little bit, yeah.
How much? What's a little bit?
Probably 5 a week.
5 a week. Okay. Just close your eyes for me. Don't open them, but keep talking. You're not being hypnotised and nothing's happening. But when do you normally have a cigarette of these 5 to 10 a week?
Sorry.
When would you normally have a cigarette? Like you're smoking 10
when
a
I
week?
by myself, it's a whole habit.
It's an old habit. And whereabouts by yourself do you have the cigarette?
I usually go down the beach and while I'm fishing, I have a cigarette.
And what sort of cigarette do you have? A roll yourself cigarette or a...
No, I
What do you buy? Marlboro? What colour?
red.
Marlboro Reds. Like the Marlboro man used to smoke. You know how the Marlboro man died, don't you? How did he die?
Cancer.
Lung cancer. Aha, that was karma, wasn't it? Can you keep your eyes closed? Just separate your hands for me. That's right. And I want you to move your legs a little bit closer in front of you. That's it. Now I want you just to let your eyes open. Okay? Now I want you just to close your eyes. About a Marlboro.
What should I say?
Okay, just close your eyes for me.
Income, nothing.
Close your eyes. Now just go fishing. Just imagine you're fishing. Look down in your imagination, find a packet of Marlboro. Tell me what it means to you as you see them there, here and now. Okay, now in your imagination, look at them, pick them up, throw the packet into the water. I'd like you to watch a wave. Grab that packet, begin to take it away. I want you to stay there and to watch those cigarettes where you're fishing, those Marlboros drift way, way out. And when you can no longer see them, as they fade from view, just say yes.
Yes.
I want you to look around your fishing gears and tell me if there's any cigarettes there, yes or no. Now I want you to take the light, the matches that you would use, and I want you to throw them into the ocean, watch one wave break, then say yes.
Yes.
Now your smoking even is finished. Lovely. There you are. That's all it should take. The bit about the waves and the cigarettes, I only did that because I had a feeling to do it. When I had that intense gaze, what I'm doing through the eyes is just projecting. I was seeing a picture of David at the beach. You cast off the beach, do you? Yeah. With a rod casting. and then throwing a packet of cigarettes and drifting away. And then I repeated that verbally. You don't have to, I just got a feeling that I should. Do you understand what I mean? So that gaze that I was making, I'm holding that image, if you will, and imagining that I'm projecting it into Dave's mind. That doesn't mean that he was seeing a picture of standing at the... he wasn't seeing what I was projecting, but that's how it's done. It's the intention. Like, even though that was a demonstration, I still, for it to be effective, I still have to have a strong intention that he gets a result. And then you use a bit of common sense, like take your cigarettes, throw them into the water, which is an archetypal symbol for emotion, and watch them drift away. It will detach the emotional attachments to cigarette. You've got a habitual attachment. He must have caught a bloody big fish one time and then had a mulber straight after it and locked a pattern in. Or sat with mates fishing that all used to have a cigarette or something. Is that? It was a big fish? Yeah. So it was a deep-seated celebration with a poison stick. That's the bottom line of it. But it imprints in the subconscious, and the subconscious doesn't ask, is it wrong or right? When I was, excuse the term, lay down and go, piss off to the habit of smoking, I'm thinking to myself, piss off, get out. When you do this, did you notice, you may not have, but when I tap there, you will instantly see a shift in the breathing rate? Then you know that it's online. You don't have to try and figure this out and write an academic PhD thesis on it. So it's instant start. It's really this simple. No particular order. You start by grabbing the head and tapping there. That's the two most important things. Hands on, and you don't grab the head like you're trying to rip it off. You just put your hands on there and you tap there, and you'll see the breathing rate shift instantly. It means the nervous system has changed. And then you can go to stroking, or you can tap here and here to switch the enteric brain on. It doesn't matter. If you get a feeling to, you do some brushing. I didn't really get that feeling there. So it's a quick chat about the smoking. Then voom, if you tell them to close their eyes and have a chat about the smoking, they begin to go into trance anyway. And then you say, open your eyes, and then you start the procedure. And most people, as you put your hands on their heads, they're forward and back, they will shut their eyes anyway. Okay, so the little chit-chat about smoking with their eyes closed is actually beginning to induce an alpha state anyway. How are you feeling right now? Okay, now tell me how you're feeling about the issue you spoke about before.
Well, that's probably it.
It's still there?
It's still more, yeah.
Okay, but does it feel more settled, or does it feel exactly?
Absolutely. It's just physically.
Good.